make sure. Let me get my Twitch chat arena up. Do-do-do-do. All right, hold on.
I took a nap for an hour and I still feel tired.
Yeah, same here, man. Looks like we are live. Okay, so very good.
Good nap for an
There we go. Yo. All right, looks like that chat's going. I'm all stuffed up. I'm not feeling sick, just stuffy, man. You know.
Yeah, I think my allergies are all fucked up because I think we're like a couple days short of the snow coming back.
Yeah.
Because
No.
New York's getting hammered, gonna get hammered by Sunday or Monday.
Yeah. Keeper says, "Yay, Bernie. She's at work, Keeper. I took her to work. Said, get to work. What stuffed you?" uh, let's see here. If you're just joining, this is RPGrinders. We have not started the show proper yet. We're waiting for our friend Breakman to join, and then we'll get started. Not a lot of news today. Executive Bernie, that's right, Keeper. She technically is an executive now, which is very cool. She'll be getting money accordingly, too. Very cool. I'm going to be basically her assistant keeper. Her assistant slash um, chauffeur wherever we go. Uh, that's another thing. There may be some times, Eric, when I can't do RP grinders, but you and Break are more than welcome to do a show and post it. Just in those times, that we're not able to do it. But I'll give you guys plenty of notice if I can't. Let's see here. What else do we got? Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna have a great show. Not a lot of news. Um, Stinko's gonna be great as always. And I've got some Stinkos for you today that are pretty good. Um, all I gotta say is fuck most banks, Eric.
Hmm.
Fuck most banks. Um, but yeah, other than that, we're in good shape. Uh, seen any new good movies lately, Eric?
No, I was gonna watch one today, then I took a nap, and then I got dinner and watched YouTube instead.
Yeah, yeah. Did I start that? Yeah, I started it. Okay, very good. Let me go ahead and fix this little bit here. There we go. That's fixed on the Twitch side of things. Just dropped a stinko for you, keepers. I'm sure you did, man. So did I. Right before I got on air. Uh, we should jar that up and put it in a bottle and exchange so we can see who's his worst keeper. Oh man, I can tell today's gonna be great already. Keeper might get his first exile. I've never exiled you, Keeper. That's that'd be fun for me, anyways. He's like, what? Oh man, you ever seen that? Like where people bottle up their farts, Keeper, and they like plug it up and they send it to somebody and they open it up. It's like, what
That's,
the?
I don't know if that really works because I think the gas will leak out slowly, and by the time it gets to you, it will be completely dissipated.
No, no, you can get airtight caps, man, or just put it in like a wine bottle with a cork. Of course, corks are kind of porous. No bueno. Yeah, I agree, Keeper. 100%. Uh, I need some air in here. There we go. All right, we're about 5 minutes away from showtime. Um, Hopefully a breezy one so I can go get Bernie a little bit early, Eric. She changed her schedule so that way I could still do grinders. I'm like, fuck yeah. I don't want to make her wait too long. Hey Keeper, buy me a Xenoblade X on the Switch.
Does anybody want to buy me Neo 3?
What's that?
Neo 3.
Neo 3? How much?
It's $70.
Fuck. Save it for when you pass and open
That's
it
what.
up.
That's why I said, does anybody want to buy me that? Just, I have a Patreon.
Yeah.
You don't even have to contribute the whole amount. Just get other people to help you.
I know. Keeper says save it for when you pass and open it up at the funeral for posterity. Yeah, I mean, for sure, man. The essence of the person. I mean, how else can you tell your family you love them with a nice preserved fart, man? Keeper says a what? Xenoblade.
Reach
Xenoblade
out,
X.
spank someone.
You reach out and stank someone from beyond the grave, man. Xenoblade X. Negative 26. Hold on. I gotta. That's Keeper talk. Hold on. Fahrenheit to Celsius. There we go. Let's see. What is. I gotta do this. Hold on. Minus 26. What is that? Wow. Negative 14? Negative 15. Holy shit. Keeper. That's some freezing ball stuff there. Yikes. He speaks Canadian, Eric, so I have to translate. No wind, so it's kind of warm. You know, people think I'm crazy, Keeper, when I say here in Denver, if it's in the negatives, it's not bad if the sun is out. But you get that wind and, no sun, like if the clouds are covering the sun, man, it's like bitter cold, you know? It's crazy. Do. All right.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we should include it in the news or not, but Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are being sold for $20. It's $20 for a GBA ROM.
Yeah, no thank you. And don't
Yeah.
put it in the news, dude, because that'd be a pain in ass for me to get it unless you send me the link. Yeah, you can mention it.
Presumably, they did this way so that they can have home support for it, so that you can trade Pokemon from that game to any other Pokemon game that uses home support. And the work that went into that is probably worth the $10 that you'd have to pay for it otherwise. Otherwise, the game would be $10 on its own.
Well, $10.
Which
Okay.
I'm not sure I believe or not, but I mean, it probably was a pain in the ass to get working from home because they did similar type of things for the VC releases for Crystal on the 3DS.
$10 not too bad, but 20 for a ROM? No, I don't know, man. I guess. I mean, if you're a big Pokemon fan, I guess.
I mean, considering the cartridges themselves are more expensive now, I guess it's a bargain, but it's still too much in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's always about greed. How much money can people make? Eric. I mean,
although this does make me wonder whether or not Nintendo's opened up the idea of doing virtual consoles type releases for games instead of having to pay for a subscription service just to access them.
Yeah. I don't know, Eric. Anything for that almighty dollar, or in Keeper's case, that almighty Canadian dollar.
I mean, part of me thinks maybe the reason Nintendo is doing an aggressive pricing strategy for a lot of their stuff lately is because they want to keep the cost of their new console down. They don't want to raise prices. And this is be a way of combating that while still earning a profit.
They're gonna continue doing it, Eric. I mean, dude, if they could get away with charging $50 more for a Switch 2, they would absolutely do it. But they did the numbers, and they said they would lose more money if they raised it $50, and than it would be to trust me. If they did the numbers and they felt they could still make profit, they would so fucking do it. It wouldn't even be a question. But they know what they're doing. Nintendo, above all the companies, know what they're doing with video games, man. You know, Sony's pretty good too, but
Because no, Sony doesn't understand what it's doing. Sony
they're
just has a better understanding than Microsoft, though. That's all.
no. Sony absolutely knows what they're doing, Eric. They are they're making money hand over fist. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call, Eric. Hang on.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Sony knows what it's doing, but it doesn't gets tired of things and throws it away once they're tired. So it looks like they don't know what they're doing.
Okay, I'm back. I take that phone call. My mom
Oh
called.
yeah. Uh, I guess I'll mention it in my Stinkos because I didn't have room to put it in there, but I'll just mention it at the end.
All right. All right, you about ready, Eric? We'll go ahead and get
Yeah.
started, and then when break gets here, we'll get him in there too.
Sony doesn't know what it's doing. It just does things because it doesn't like doing them anymore.
It makes money. If it can make money for Sony, they'll do it.
Yeah. So I don't know what Sony's doing when it comes to Blue Point because they decided to shut the studio down.
Yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Blue Point is a beloved studio, man. Like,
That's why I said Sony doesn't know what it's doing.
no,
But
they
you're telling
know.
me it does. So I'm gonna say, okay, maybe they do know what they're doing. It's just they throw things away once they get tired of them.
Well, that and they probably took the best of the people from Point and kept them, and just jettisoned the studio. Easy as that. But if I was them, I would have
I
kept.
don't know about that. They're getting rid of 70 people. That's like pretty much all of Blue Point.
I would have kept. Oh, they kept them, or did they get rid of them?
They got rid of them. They're
Oh,
laying
okay.
off 70 people.
Well, then they did the calculation. It didn't make them money. It didn't make sense for them to keep them.
And they didn't make the money because they made them work on a God of War live service piece of shit game that
But
went nowhere.
yeah, but check this out, Eric. Blue Point sold out to them, so Sony doesn't have to take all the blame for that. So Blue Point, the people that sold Blue Point to them made a shit ton of money, meaning those 70 people or whatever portion are in charge there, and they'll come back with another studio that's equal to Blue Point, and they'll make money again. Watch, they'll hire back most of those people. All right, let's get started, Eric.
Then again, like PH3 is a better courthouse or remake studio than probably Blue Point is, but they're like only so big. They can't go everywhere.
All right, Eric. Here we go, dude. We're gonna get started here. Hold on. Let's do this so it doesn't blow everybody's ear out. Okay, here
They're
we go.
pretty much working exclusively at ISA.
All right, here we go.
Right
What's
now.
up, Bernie? I see you in Twitch. All right, here we go. And welcome everybody to RPGrinders episode 847. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohort Eric the Great. Breakman will be here momentarily. What's up, Freak Five? Freak Five's over in the Twitch chat as well. Bernie's over there for a short time, and Keeper is in the YouTube chat. See how you are, Keeper? You wanted Bernie, and then you're not even anywhere near the Twitch chat, so you can't say hi to Bernie. So there. Oh, there's Keeper over on Twitch. He switched real quick. You son of a bitch. Eric, how are you, man?
Being crushed by capitalism.
Capitalism, yeah. Aren't we all, man? I mean, dude, it's becoming really hard to even
I went to Subway the other day, and I think it's because of an error that they didn't give me a meal deal.
Yeah.
But I ended up paying like $20 for a sandwich, chips, a large drink, and 3 cookies.
How much?
About $20, like 19 something.
Damn, man. Holy
It was a
shit.
steak sandwich, so that was one of the reasons it was so high. But I got one not too long before then, and it was definitely not that price. Like,
Yeah.
so they must have fucked up
Yeah,
somewhere.
either they fucked up or they raised their prices. All right.
Yeah, the price of steak must have gone really up.
Yeah. All right, Eric. I wouldn't doubt that, by the way. All right, let's get started with the news, dude.
RPG News.
All right, Eric, you're up first.
Uh, we've got an update for AI limit, roughly a whole month after the came out, or a year after it came out. I think it's a couple weeks actually a difference, but close enough. But um, publisher She Asia and developer Sense Games have announced that Souls-like RPG AI limit will receive DLC expansion called Arenes Furnace of War, set to release on March 27th, making the marking the 1 year anniversary. Yeah, so it's exactly.
Is that a
But this is like a $30 game.
yeah? Is that a is it cell shaded, Eric? I can't quite tell from this footage.
No, it just they're
Just
using some kind of shader, but it's not cell shading.
okay. I was like, it just kind of, but it looks kind of cool. Is this game any good?
It's all right. I reviewed it a while ago. It's definitely a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Keeper
But
says,
like if you played all the other Souls games and you're craving more, then this is a budget game you can go for. But it doesn't mention price for the expansion, which is interesting. Is it going to be
yeah,
a free update,
yeah. I don't know.
or is it like $10 or something?
It'll probably be like $10. They obviously want to get paid. And I don't have a problem with people getting paid, Eric. That's not my issue. Keeper says tariffs called illegal. U.S. paying back $140 billion. Well, good luck with the U.S. paying that back. You think Trump's going to pay back that money, Keeper? He's already pocketed most of that. Um, so we will be talking about that. All right. Anything else on that, Eric?
Um, Other than no, that's pretty much it.
All right. Next story from RPGsite.net. Gothic pixel art action RPG Hunt the Night launches on February 26th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Switch. So it'll be, it says 34.99 euros. So that's what, 40 buck real money?
This game, from what I played, was fun enough, but like I never beat it. I got through the intro segment of the game, but largely because I felt that the game's economy was terrible, and they knew it was terrible, which is why they fixed it. I waited till all their adjustments were released, but I just never got back to it.
I
But
mean,
thankfully, there's a console version.
it looks really cool. I mean, like what, a Zelda type game, Eric?
Sort of, it's kind of like Bloodborne.
Oh, Bloodborne. Okay. Well, I'm down for that. I need to get this game. Physical will be about $40, our money. Keeper says South Korea submarines being built in Ontario shipyards. Wow, that's kind of weird. Uh, I guess, man. Got to save your money. All right, Eric. Next story, please.
Next story is .hack zero. That's an acronym, so ZERO is the next .hack game.
That's really weird. How long has it been since a dot hack game been out, Eric?
Well, other than remasters, it's been about 30 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Kind of cool though. Dot
Well,
hacking.
it's CyberConnect 2's 30th anniversary, but this is their first game. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's about as long as .hack's been a property.
Yeah. I mean, very cool. Well, I mean, Can't go wrong with that, I don't think. Or maybe you can. I mean, maybe the 30 years took enough time to have it to where it's not going to be up to today's standards, Eric. But
Actually,
hopefully,
that's not true. This isn't their first game. Their first game was Tales Concerto on the PS5 or one, but this is their first big release that they've ever done.
yeah. I mean, cool. I mean, I remember enjoying the dot hack games. What's up, Skodoma? Right on. Let's see. All right. Anything else on that, Eric?
Nope.
All right. Let me get the next story up for everybody here on YouTube. There we go. Dark Dungeon Crawler RPG Annihilated launches for PC via Steam in early summer 26. So there's some screenshots here. Let's take a look at a few of these. Oh, I like the art style. Very cool. Have we not talked about this game before?
No.
Huh. I thought we did. All right. Looks very cool. Very, very cool. All right. That's the story there. Eric, next story, please.
Digimon Storytime Strangers third DLC pack. Anti-Paradox will add X Antibody Royal Knights in March 2026. And no exact release date, no actual price listed here, but it will come with the following 5 Digimon as new Mega Digivolutions: Omnimon, Omegamon, Gallantmon, Dukemon, Force Beedramon, and Magnamon and Jesmon. They're all of the X antibody versions of those.
Did you say Dukemon?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Dukemon.
Dukemon.
What? That's what I thought you said, man. All right.
I said Duke.
Duke.
I don't know where you got Dookie from.
Sounded like you said Dukemon, man. That'd have been cool. He's just like this big monster with, made of Dookie. All right. Anything else on that, Eric?
No, but I'm wondering whether or not the Switch and Switch 2 versions of this game will include the DLC.
Don't know. That's a lot of emojis there, Skodoma. That's kind of cool. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Wow, wouldn't be RPGrinders without us talking about Skyrim. Skyrim Anniversary Edition for Nintendo Switch gets major 1.2 update featuring performance mode and more. Let's see. Let me go. Oh, there's Breakman.
Just because I entered late, or is there something wrong with the audio?
No, I can hear you, dude. We can hear you.
No, you sound like a robot.
It's not me. Or is it, Eric?
No, you're finding it for me.
Yeah, it's
you. Sound like a robot to me, too. Fuck me. Okay, that must be me. All right, I'm going to reboot.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so here's some of the patch notes. Added a 60 hertz mode under display settings that allows players to toggle between prioritize visuals or prioritize performance. In addition, frame rate has been locked at 30 hertz in prioritize visuals mode for smoother gameplay. Crashes.
That means that your game will be 60 frames on 60 hertz and 30 at 30 hertz.
Skodoma, I got Twitch chat on my phone, so it's really hard to see exactly what they are. But now I know what they are since you said you can't see the Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. Let's see. MLH is farty, not roboty. How dare you, Keeper? You're exiled, you son of a bitch. Skodoma, you're exiled too, you son of a bitch. We'll wait for Breakman to get back in here. But some of the other patch notes fixed a crash that occurred when reading the Crimson Dirks Volume 4 book for the Tilted Scales quest in German. Oh, wow, that sucks. Fixed an audio-related crash. Fixed a crash, infinite load, and game freeze that sometimes occurred when rapidly selecting load multiple times in the pause menu. Fixed a crash that occurred when the transmute or spell was repeatedly cast outside of the haltered stream camp. Improved FPS performance drops that occurred in the following locations, gives a bunch of locations. Visual issues fixed. Viewing water planes from a distance or within menus caused them to shift up and down. Distant aspen trees appeared with a blue tint. Transitioning out of caves caused an outline of the entrance to linger during the fade to black loading screen. Some user interface fixes. Control. Oh man, they did a lot. I wish they would have did that when it first came out. You know, and that's it. Okay, next story. Eric.
Next story is indie dungeon crawler Plot or Die launches on PC via Steam on June 25th. And yes, this game will have slot machine rolls.
Slot machine rolls? Weird. So you just gotta hope for luck every time you're up against a monster? I don't know if I like the...
No, I think they might just... Some of them might be just bonuses, and the other ones might be like, oh, you missed because you didn't get this.
I got you. I kind of dig the mechanic there. I mean, it's got an old school retro-y kind of graphical style. Very basic, but it could be fun. I mean, I could see where it'd be fun. Anything else on that, Eric?
Nope.
All right, let's bring up the next story. There's Breakman. What's up, Breakman? You there, Break?
The audio still sounds terrible to me. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, dude. Here, I'm going to type to you over here, man. Hang on. You sound great. Yeah. There you go, man. I don't know, Breakman. What's you need? Did you rebooted and everything? Try a different port. You know, like
unplugging.
Different, different type port. And I believe I'm not even going to read that comment, and I can already tell Freak 5 is exiled. You son of a bitch. I got a really cool game you should check out. It's called Fading Afternoon. What's it about, Skodoma? It sounds kind of cool. Frank remembers enjoying the first Olympic Games. He didn't realize it was a sporting event. He just liked rest. No, how dare you, Freak 5, son of a bitch. Exiled. All right. Let's see. Did I do this story yet? No, it's not up on the screen yet. Okay. I will do that as soon as I pull it up on the screen here. You still having trouble hearing us, Break?
Yeah. Oh, it just sounds really bad.
Ugh, that sucks, dude. We can hear you great.
I'll just deal with it.
All right. All right. I'll read the next one. People of Note launches April 7th for PlayStation 5, Series X, Switch 2, and PC. Let's take a look at People of Note here. There's a little trailer. Let me get into the middle of the trailer here. Oh, the art style is really cool. It's turn-based. It looks like it's turn-based. That's excellent.
Also, there's some stuff going on in the game too, because that's what I call People of Note.
Very colorful. Very, very colorful. Very cool. All right. Well, I'm mildly excited for this game, so that's cool. It's gonna be retail for $24.99 with a 10% launch discount. Yeah. It's a fighting RPG, kind of like Yakuza. Oh, that's cool. All right, very cool. All right, Eric, next story, please. Unless you do you have your... Yeah.
Huh?
I was just gonna ask Break if he had his links up, but he can do the last story. You want to do the last story, Break?
Sure, I'll do the last story.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Dragon is Dead launches on April 23rd for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. And it's a roguelike Metroidvania-ish type game.
Yeah. You know what it sort of reminds me of, Eric? Blasphemous. Sort of got that kind of feel. But a lot more chaotic. Holy shit. That game's, and it suffers from something that Break and I talk about all the time. Really dark, man.
Yeah, I see that.
Gorgeous, but man, you can't really see much, man.
Why do they do that? I don't understand.
Well, I know they're trying to capture darkness, Breakman, but fuck, man, like, You know,
but it's been done so well in the past. Why haven't they learned from that?
I mean, it looks really good, man, but it just suffers from what we always talk about, break. I mean, fuck, you know. All right, anything else on that, Eric?
Um, there's going to be a physical release, which will include the disc for the game, special sleeve, character cards highlighted for in-game fan favorites, and a lore of Gurnian letter, which giving fans a deeper look into the lore of the game.
Yeah.
That's it, pretty much it.
All right, and Breakman, you get to do the last news story.
Coming to us live from RPG site, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition Nintendo Switch 2 Edition now available. There's a $5 upgrade available as well.
Yeah,
There'll be a physical release later in the year too.
Yeah,
It looks like $64.99 is the price.
Yep, $64.99. But if you have the original, you can, which there's not much difference. There's some texture differences and stuff, but
I'd imagine it's faster loading.
And I think the update's like at least 2 to 3 gigs only.
yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's just
For $5, I think you should.
yeah, $5. I think you should if you have the original. But here's the other thing: it's cheaper to buy the original and then just upgrade for $5 than it is to buy the the Switch 2 copy. I mean, by a few bucks, but still.
Which you can't buy right now because it doesn't sell until April 16th. I keep telling people this, unless you buy the digital version.
No, Eric. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the original for the Switch.
I know. I was just saying the $65 one thing. That's the Switch 2 edition.
Yeah. I'm
You
saying,
can't buy a copy of that yet.
yeah. Why would you buy that unless you're a completionist and you want an actual case that says Switch 2 on it? Which who cares, you know? All
Yeah,
right.
a lot of people don't like the Switch 2 edition on the splattered across the artwork of the cover, game cover.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So that is the news, y'all. Did you have you said you had some stuff on the homie discounts, Eric?
Yeah, I should cover this last week, but the PlayStation Plus game catalog for February has been revealed. But let's see, let's get to it. For the extra and premium tiers, Spider-Man 2 is being added. Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, and Neva for PS4 and 5, which is a sequel to Gris, I think, more or less.
No, it's not a sequel to
Same
Gris,
studio,
but it's the same studio. Yes. Yeah. I played Gris. Gris is a great game, so I have high hopes for this.
And the next game is Season: A Letter to the Future, which seems like a narrative-based game. And Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin for PS4, as well as Monster Hunter Stories, and Venba for PS5, and Echoes of the And Enhanced Edition for PS5.
Yeah.
And then there's Rugby 25 for PS4 5. And for the premium tier, Wally for the PS2.
Wally?
PS2, PS4 conversion, or PS4 5 conversion.
Wow. Okay. What else?
This might have originally been a PSP game. I'm not sure about that, though. I mean, there was a PS2 version, but I think there was also a PSP version. But so yeah, that's it for. They're really making premium worth it. But when you get stuff like Wally for the PS2 on,
I know, dude. Fuck, dude. Premium. I don't understand why anybody. I guess if you have disposable income, I mean that's the only reason.
I mean, yeah, if you got premium, you can play it without paying for it, but because you're already on the subscription. But you can just buy the games usually later.
Yeah. Let's see. How dare you, Freak 5? You're exiled, you son of a bitch. And Bernie was in there earlier, you son of a bitch. All right. Let's move on to... Breakman, do you have any discounts by chance?
Mm-mm.
There are some good discounts on the PlayStation Store right now. They're running the indie one, and they got a lot of games under $5. indie, and then there's the other discount sale that they got going on, and there's a lot. Look, she's still there. How dare you, Freak Five? How dare you disparage Bernie? All right, let's move on to
Inquiring minds want to know.
what you been playing, Break.
Let me see. Mostly Final Fantasy 2. I beat it and kind of started playing it again because I was having trouble leveling up at the end of the game. So I was playing it again by leveling up at the beginning of the game, and I'm just gonna walk through it.
So, you want to torture yourself again? Is what you're saying, Break?
Well, if it takes a while to level up because you really have to beat the shit out of yourself. It's
Well, you can always use the game boost to just boost you up. I mean, it will plateau at a certain point, and it pretty much doesn't raise again until you fight another tough enemy, which doesn't happen until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Or you could beat yourself up and do it that.
Final Fantasy 2. Oh boy.
But it'll be faster either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not. They did nothing to improve the game in any meaningful way, really. The graphics are better,
Yeah.
and the boosts are cool, but it's still the same problems. It's still like if you walk too far one way, you're murdered.
It's the prototype for all Saga games. That's why it's unrefined.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
sucks.
it has great ideas. Like, I love the idea of that your skills get better as you use them. Just, it's better to use them against yourself.
Yeah, you like beating the shit out of yourself. That they should
Yeah.
call that
You
game.
see from Liar Liar.
Yeah.
I'm kicking my ass.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They might as well have called that game "Kicking My Own Ass" because that's
Right.
pretty much what you're doing the whole game.
Also, the villain of the game, the Emperor, he's
Yeah.
like no motivation other than I'm the bad guy. You gotta defeat me.
I know there's really no story to him at all. Like, I hate everyone. This is my world. I can't die. And then he dies and comes back as Satan himself. Like, did he conquer hell? Like, what the hell happened?
Right.
Yeah, he his soul wouldn't let Satan torture him, so he took over the place.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, great, great. Anything else you've been playing, Break?
Also more of Fallout. I'm just, the Wasteland is such a place. I don't know what it is about that horrible place, but I want to keep going back and some of the stupidest bugs ever.
I think I played that game for a total of 10 minutes, Break, and I know it's a great game. I know it is. I should go back to it at some point.
Which game?
Fallout.
Uh,
Fallout 4.
Yeah. I haven't played the remastered edition. I want to. But
Yeah.
I've been playing 76, and it's like people are complaining about how the story was presented, and I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was as bad as it was advertised, or it was complained about, I should say. But the bugs are still like, Bethesda. Wow, like really? How did this get past your checkers?
We had a story earlier about Skyrim on Switch 2, Break, and how they did a patch to fix some of the issues with it. I'm like, why didn't they do that for the previous 100 editions of Skyrim? It's like, I mean, they could have fixed a lot of shit and never did. I mean, I guess that's part of the charm of that game. But what's funny is
I wandered into, for instance, one area yesterday, and the textures weren't all loading, so it looked like enemies were just kind of walking in air and stuff like that. And like the pieces of the stage were there, like the like benches and all that stuff, but like the stage itself wasn't. So there's no floors, no ceilings, but just stuff floating in midair.
Dude, and all the times I played Skyrim and all the iterations, right? Whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, whatever, I've never run into any of the bugs that people talk about. Not once. Not once. It's weird. I just have gotten really, really unlucky, I guess.
I bet I would find them all.
You're the opposite. You're like, sweet, here's another one,
Like there was a Fallout 3 I couldn't even finish because there were some bad bugs in there. One that dropped the frame rate down to like
right.
It looked like a picture book, like one of those books you like flip through,
Yeah.
motion, like it was that bad. I'm
there
like,
should be a game that's about finding all the bugs in the game.
There should. That'd be a total slam on Bethesda, though.
And there's an achievement for every bug that you get.
Yeah, that'd be funny, man. Freak says I watched a movie called President's Day this week. It had zombie presidents attacking people. Scotoma said I got Fading Afternoon for the Switch. Freak says I love this movie. I will watch it again at some point. They summoned zombie John Wilkes Booth because he had experience killing presidents.
Oh wow!
Scotoma says the new movie with Keanu Reeves with him as an angel is great.
He wasn't the only president that was assassinated, right? There are a few.
Yeah. Well, they should have just dug up Burr, right? John Burr or whatever his name was.
Right. You didn't have to you didn't have to dig up a Confederate.
Right.
But this movie's trashy, so they had to.
Yeah. Maybe Oswald, dig him up and put him in there. Scotoma says
fine. That works. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That tracks with today's culture.
Yeah, there you go. Scotoma says also the Wrecking Crew is good. Cool. All right. Anything else?
Previews to that, and I was being kind of interested. I bet it's one of those movies that looks like it's probably really funny, and just don't go in there expecting a deep plot.
Yeah, just don't go expecting too much.
Which is fine by me.
Yeah, exactly. What is this? Oh, I see. All right. Oh shit. Okay, I fucked up. Okay, there we go. All right. Anything else, Break?
Nope.
All right, Eric. What have you been playing, sir?
I played a bit of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined over the weekend, and then I realized I've been so preoccupied by Dragon Quest VII, I haven't had time to play the game I was supposed to be playing, which is East 10 Proud Nordics. So I started playing that. I'm on chapter 6 now.
Was that the one that was under embargo, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The embargo lifted on Monday.
That's cool. I didn't play much. I played like a couple of and when I say a couple of battles, literally a couple of battles waiting for Bernie to get off of work of Octopath, and that's pretty much it. Freak says he's passed 150 bad movies. That's an accomplishment, Freak 5. Achievement for you, I guess. All right.
You got to put that.
I wouldn't even keep track of all the bad movies I've seen willingly.
Yeah,
I just watched them in the movie.
Exactly.
What's going on his tombstone? I watched 500 bad movies before I died.
Break or Eric, do either of you have a review this week?
No.
I guess I could do reviews if you wanted me to.
Okay, hold on.
Watch a couple of movies.
RPGrinders.
Actually, I got your
reviews.
All right, Breakman, what are you reviewing for us? You there? Oh, he's reviewing blowing his nose. That's what he's reviewing.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I just said I'd be right back.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Well, we wanted to hear.
I'm suing. I'm getting a lawyer. I've had it with this.
Yeah, the check's in the mail. Break, man.
Right.
Scotoma says I watched the new Predator movie. It has
reality flaws.
Reality flaws? What do you mean, Badlands? Scotoma? I like the new Predator movie. I thought it was pretty badass myself.
Okay, so I actually watched a movie and its sequel, 2 movies.
All right.
That I'll say they're the best ones in the franchise, and I know a lot of people don't really like the second one, but I enjoyed it. But the first one I thought was really good. That was Bumblebee.
Oh, Bumblebee! I like Bumblebee.
It was probably the best Transformers movie.
I agree. I totally agree. Pretty damn good.
It hit a lot of heart, and it didn't mess up Transformers.
I think 1's a better movie, slightly.
What's that?
Transformers 1.
I like the first one, but I think Bumblebee is the superior.
It's called Transformers 1.
Oh! You mean the? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was all right. It was just too predictable for me, and I don't know. Just like I don't. I had some problems with it, but I still enjoyed it. But Bumblebee, just like it had so much heart, There was such a good connection between him and the girl that it was just like, yeah, that's good. This is what it's supposed to be about, And the other Transformers movies lost that in the explosions and the big guns and stuff like that. And the second one kind of does that too. Rise of the Beasts.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of loses a bit of the heart when they're learning more about the boom boom and the bangs and explosions, which are fun. And I enjoyed the battle scenes more in this movie than the other Transformer movies because they're easier to see a lot of the time. And there was some chaos, but not as much as say with the Michael Bay movies where it's like there's like 15 different fights going on at once and you're just trying to like you can't focus on any one thing, and everything's going so fast you can't see what's going on.
Yeah. I think
the first one was great, and like I said, it's the best one. The second one, not as good, but they give me hope for the sequels, and I don't want to spoil anything because it's only a couple years old, so I won't go into anything like that. But what should I say without spoiling it?
Do we even know when the next Transformers movie will come out?
It's pretty soon, Eric. Maybe as soon as the end of this year.
I don't know how well the Rise of the Beast did, but I'd like the franchise to continue. I hope it did well enough to continue, and they don't fuck it up, per se.
Yeah.
Because they have a more grounded approach to the Transformers than what we're getting from Michael Bay,
Yeah.
He was more interested in the action than anything. But I will say that the Rise of the Beast, probably the thing it squandered the most was actually the beasts themselves.
Yeah.
They were barely a plot point in the movie, and like a couple of them, I was surprised. I was watching the credits afterwards, and I was surprised to see a couple of them actually had lines in the movie. I'm like, I don't remember them even speaking. I just remember them being there.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked Bumblebee quite a bit. Break. I thought that was.
I give Bumblebee an 8.5.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I recommend it, even if you're not a fan of the Transformers movies. I think you can enjoy Bumblebee.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also, I should say, it's both of these movies have the best soundtracks ever.
Yeah, pretty damn good.
Like the Bumblebee is set in 1987, so it has a 1980s soundtrack. Some really classic and awesome 80s songs. And Rise of the Beast is set in 94, and it has an all 90s hip hop soundtrack. So fucking badass. Starts out with the Wu-Tang, and then there's Biggie in it and shit. And it's just like, okay, just for the soundtrack alone, I love this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Freak 5 says there's a new Toy Story movie coming out this summer. And Scottman says,
it looks terrible.
Is it about sex toys?
No.
They go rated R and they get into sex toys, and they have old
Okay, somebody has had to do a parody of that. There has to be a sex toy story somewhere.
Sex toy story.
If there isn't, we're copyrighting that shit and we're doing it ourselves.
Right.
You can't call it Toy Story though, because Disney will sue us.
All right. Anything else on the Transformers movies?
I'd say Rise of the Beasts is a 7. I still enjoyed it, and these are still movies that are going to be more family oriented. They're not like there's a lot of action, but they're not trying to be brutal with it. It's not like Mortal Kombat or something like that.
Yeah.
And I will say Pete Davidson is kind of annoying, but whatever.
That reminds me of the next Mortal Kombat movie coming out today.
Fucking
Pete
when's
Davidson. That coming?
May.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I will say I saw the Grogu and or Mandalorian Grogu trailer too, and I might be tempted to go to a movie theater.
I feel the same way, Breakman. I mean, Bernie loves Grogu, right? Like most everybody loves Grogu. I mean, who could not love Grogu?
I know. I haven't been to a movie theater since before the pandemic, and I saw that preview. And I'm like, doesn't
it seem like a movie theater movie Break? Like
it does. Yeah.
That's the type of movie that you would pay for to see at the theater. I think I'm gonna go see it. I think it looks good.
I just might. It's been a long time since I've been to a theater. I just might.
Freak 5 says future episode of Bernie's OnlyFans sex toy story. We already own that copyright, Freak 5, son of a bitch. Exiled.
Well, she's part of it. She's part of it too, so that's fine.
You're exiled too, you son of a bitch, Breakman. What the hell?
I knew that was gonna happen.
All right, here we go. Stinko's up next.
Ah, what is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, Breakman, let's go with your 100 Stinkos.
All right, I know that you've probably got to be get out of here in a hurry, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time.
No worries, dude.
Let me see. Smug asshole Hakeem Jeffries getting pissed at his constituents because he does not want to abolish ICE.
Yeah, what a dickhead.
I'm sick of this. We're hearing from the elite Democrats. Anytime we say we want to abolish ICE, they're like, no, we just need to put restrictions on them. No, there are laws in place already restricting them from the stuff that they're doing, but they're still doing it anyway, and nobody's stopping them.
No, they need to go.
That's not the point. The point is that ICE didn't exist until, 20 years ago? This country went for 230 fucking years without it. We don't need it.
We absolutely do not need ICE at all. They're wasteful.
It's a waste of money.
That's what
resources.
If
killing people.
You remember when Elon Musk was doing his Doge thing for like government waste and stuff? Why didn't he just get rid of ICE right then and there, and say this is completely unnecessary? You know what I mean?
Because instead he wanted to make sure the asshole.
Yeah. Freak 5 says, so many Stinkos. First, Mrs. Freak is back in the hospital. Ah,
no.
Freak, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Second, it snowed last night, he said. Yeah, that's definitely a Stinko. Scotoma says, abolish the government and start over. I guess. I mean, absolutely. Scotoma, I'm okay with that, you know. Yeah, Brandon says, guess what, MLH? What's up, Brandon? Nice to have you in chat. Welcome on in, sir.
And people say, I know people think we criticize only Republicans here, but
no,
I got another one I got another Democrat here I want to check.
All right, is it Chuck Schumer by chance?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Okay.
But he's been quiet. I haven't heard anything from him, so I haven't been able to have anything to do with him. Yeah. This one actually goes to Obama.
Oh.
Who was interviewed. Who, when asked about the racist photo, all I could say is this clown show over there. But most of his answers were really weak, and the whole interview, the only thing that people took out of the entire interview is he said that he made a joke about aliens. So people are like, oh my God, they're aliens. Like, no, this is a fucking distraction, you dumbasses. Stop worrying about stupid shit. Mm-hmm. But he was chastising people among the party who are saying that we need to do more to fight homelessness and stuff like that. And his answer was the same answer he always gives: vote. Like, we can't do anything to you. Get us in there. You have to vote for us.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
You were in control of the entire government at one point. You could have done something about homelessness. What did you do about it, Obama?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
or look, like Obama, I'm not doing shit.
You know who's really, really responsible for Trump being in office? You guys really want to know? I can tell you. I know. It's Obama. And I'm not one of these, blame Obama for everything, even though I think he's a fucking war criminal, just like Trump. Yeah, we have Obama to thank for Trump. You know why? Bernie won the first 4 caucuses, all the way to Iowa. Bernie won Iowa. And then right after that, and every time somebody's won the first 4 caucuses, they go on to win the presidency. Bernie Sanders could have been there instead. Is there anybody that thinks that Bernie Sanders wouldn't have fucking wiped the floor with Trump in debates, unlike fucking Hillary Clinton? But here comes Obama after the Iowa caucuses, getting everybody to vote for Hillary Clinton because they were afraid. They were afraid of the status quo being rocked.
Hillary and all of them treated Trump like he was a real candidate and like he should be treated like with respect and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bernie has never treated him like that he deserved respect because he doesn't.
No, and
Trump does not deserve respect.
Yeah, anybody can say what I mean. I've got my issues with Bernie Sanders, right? But Bernie Sanders was the opposite, the polar opposite of Trump, right? Mm-hmm. The polar opposite. Not a billionaire. Wealthy guy, of course. They're all wealthy in fucking Congress, right? But but way less wealthy than that piece of shit. So he had a different mindset to begin with. He was talking about raising federal minimum wages to help everybody out, strengthening our economy by taxing rich people, not poor people. So we wouldn't have had this fucking big, beautiful bill where he basically gave billionaires more tax breaks and fucked all of us, right? Over and over. I mean, there were things, healthcare would have been his signature fucking issue. Nobody would have really had to worry about, big time bills with their healthcare. You could talk about how you would have a wait and all this shit. But yeah, I would have liked that. That would have been good, right? No. We can't have nice things. Yeah, fuck Obama. Go ahead, Break.
Another problem with Obama and Trump is Obama empowered Trump to do a lot of things he's done, like the executive orders and stuff like that. That was because Obama ramped up executive orders. Going to war without getting congressional approval, Obama used the same trick, or Trump's using the same tricks Obama used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so Obama helped Trump in a lot of ways.
Oh, 100%. If it wasn't for Obama, Trump would not have been in office. Period.
But it just pisses me off the most when Trump does something like racist or somebody does something racist, and Obama's approach, the most powerful black man on the planet, is always to ignore it.
Yep,
and to be above it and stuff
just
like
vote.
That.
Just vote.
You can do that, Obama, because you're rich, you're powerful.
Yep.
But you know what? That doesn't help every other black man on this planet.
Right. Just vote. Vote. That'll take care of it, Breakman. Freak5 says...
You dismiss racism as just political or just clown shows type stuff.
It's
You're
bullshit.
empowering other racists to treat other black people that way.
Right. Freak5 says, third, for almost a month, I've been craving a chicken bacon Swiss sandwich from Arby's. I've gone to 3 different Arby's 4 different times, and they have had no chicken sandwiches. I finally Googled it, and there's a problem with the vendor making the patties too thick, so they aren't getting cooked. Oh, well. At least you saved yourself from salmonella, Freak5. Okay, what else you got, Break?
Okay, next. Back to the right side of the thing. Right side of hating people.
Yeah, Scotoma, I'm sorry. Scotoma says keep voting for Masters, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Scotoma, you're right. Can't disagree.
People want to roll this. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Go ahead, Break.
Let me see. Next, this goes back to the other side of the aisle. Trump administration is blocking all investigations into the murder of both Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
Yeah. That's going to take some time, Breakman. I mean, eventually justice will be served, but it's going to...
I can only hope. But right now, those people, we know they're not being punished. The murderers aren't.
Yeah, I know. And it sucks and it hurts. But sometimes the wheels of justice take a long time, but they always catch up, Break. You know what I'm saying?
We got to hope. We got to hope so.
Yeah.
Right now, they aren't. So it's a stinko.
What else you got?
Another stinko goes to several states are actually actively in the planning processes of making their own holidays, celebrating guess who?
Trump.
What?
No. I'm sorry. I should have said guess not Trump. Guess who on the right?
Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to have a Charlie Kirk Appreciation Day. Oh, wow.
Yes, some states are actively trying to make Charlie Kirk holidays.
Why? For his racism? I mean,
I don't understand. Like, there have been more important, more influential people that have died that have not gotten as much traction as Charlie Kirk.
I don't understand it. I mean, what a shock. I mean, it's not shocking, but there ain't going to be no... I mean, ultimately, it's going to fail, Breakman, because usually those things, they fall by the wayside eventually. But what else? So. What else you got?
It's concerning that there are several states doing it, and it's one of those things where you get the idea that they'll keep trying and trying until they get it. But speaking of keeping trying and trying until they get what they want, Trump is literally starving the people of Cuba. He has cut off all their imports by blocking their seas with our ships. And now they can't get food.
Yeah. What good job starving kids, man. That's, gotta love that.
He's literally starving people to get what he wants.
Well, we've been actively helping Israel starve people in Yemen for how many years now, Breakman. So, yeah. I mean, what else? I mean, it doesn't get much worse than not feeding people. I don't understand it. I mean,
with like the Gaza Strip, we've had instances where people have gone in to try and help them, and they've been killed by Israel.
Yep. Exactly.
It's a horrible world we're living in right now. I don't understand.
Freak5 says here's a good way to look at it, Break. There is no statute of limitations on murder, and since Trump is blocking it, we don't have to worry about double jeopardy when a Democrat is president and has them change. You see? That's how it works.
That's hoping that Trump doesn't, completely rig the elections so he is president for life.
Yeah. I don't want to read that comment, Skonema, but I saw it.
I'm sorry, I'm really negative. I just don't see a way of like the elections getting us out of any of this.
I don't either. I don't either for this reason, Breakman. Like, Biden had a chance to roll back a lot of the shit that Trump did in his first term, and did he?
Yes.
Did he?
Yes.
Anything?
No.
Did he?
Because he's the most conservative president we've had in a very long time.
Did he even do one executive order to roll back anything Trump did? Not one. So I agree with you, Breakman.
That used to be what conservatives stood for. Is like, well, we're gonna keep going with what? Okay, well, if this is what people want, we're gonna stay with this, and we're gonna keep going.
You know what?
Whereas Trump is like, we're going backwards.
Yeah.
He's like the anti-conservative, and then the Democrats have become the conservatives.
I've got friends up in Canada, Breakman, and one of them put it really, really succinctly. Bernie Sanders is the middle for them up in Canada. That's the middle. They've got people way left of Bernie. And I'm not talking radical. I'm talking just sensible, good policy people up there, Just like they got conservatives up there with good policies as well, when it comes to financial type shit and, that type of stuff. What a real conservative should be, Breakman, like you were before you, decided fuck this shit like I did a long time ago.
Right.
I mean, seriously, Skodoma makes too much sense here. He says, I love how Trump has to keep proclaiming his innocence. That's how you know he's guilty, 100%, Scott.
So much of the conservative is based on money and conserving money and not spending it and paying bills first. Like, we'll get to stuff like that. We'll get to the fun stuff, but we got to pay our bills first. And that's the complete opposite of what these Republicans are.
No, Trump is too busy.
Money out there. What was it? 170 billion they made off tariffs, and they're not going to give anybody a dime. They said.
Oh yeah, 140 billion is what the number is that they're supposed to be.
But according to Scott Hazzard, we're not going to give the people a dime.
Yep. Well, weren't we promised $2,000 tariff checks, Breakman? I've yet to see any of that. And
then there were the 1776 military checks he also promised.
Yep, and then there was $2,000 to help us with healthcare that he promised.
Right. That's the healthcare plan.
People forget that shit, but I've yet to receive a check. Have you gotten a check, Break or Eric? Either one of you?
No.
Yeah.
Hold on, look in the mailbox. Nope.
Nothing there. Nothing there. And by the way, Trump is a war criminal, just like Obama. They should both be tried at the fucking Hague, but, it's just my... Well,
speaking of war criminals, he's ramping it up because he is
Iran.
Military heavy force to Iran.
Yep.
He's given them a 10-day threat, and it looks like unless they do something like... Oh, and this goes back to, remember last year when he bombed Iran and bragged about how he destroyed their nuclear power and
they
stuff
didn't
like
have any nuclear stuff. What happened was... the United States, Trump, reneged on the Iran nuclear deal that they had. Yep. And so Iran was like, well, fuck, if you're going to not honor your fucking promise, we promised to get rid of all, and we did. They had inspector after inspector go there and find nothing nefarious going on over there, at least when it came to nuclear weapons. And you reneged on the promise. So what do you expect them to do? Sit on their fucking laurels? And not try to protect themselves and build a strong military with maybe nuclear weapons because you're such a powerful country that's the only thing that might level the playing field? You're playing with fire there. I'm not a fan of Iran and some of their policies and the way that they treat their people. But look, if you keep poking the bear, what's going to happen? You know? What are these people supposed to do? Just sit back and take every fucking order that you got and give them everything that you have, and while your country suffers and nothing, your people have nothing? Fuck that, man. Imperialism sucks any which way you look at it, Breakman.
Yep.
Go ahead, Breakman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, just what can we do? It's so frustrating to watch all this and feel powerless. I feel exactly how I felt before we attacked Iraq.
Yeah. Well, Breakman, we got to get out in the streets, Breakman. When there's organized protests, we got to get out there. I know people say protests are not effective, but at least we got to make our voice known at the very least. Then we can say at least we were on the right side of things. I mean, I don't know, Break. I was a big anti-Iraqi war guy. I don't like any type of war, to be honest with you. I don't like it.
It was a sickening feeling as it was building up to it. Like, come on, like anything, just like stop. Like, just don't do it. Like, just be bluffing, Bush. Don't do it. Just bluff. Just bluff.
Right.
No. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just get everybody killed. Fuck it. Whatever.
What else you got? I did not throw Bernie. I threw Bernie Sanders under the bus, but not my Bernie.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Breakman.
Whoops. Wrong Bernie. Okay. ICE. These great folks that we've spoken about before. Let me see. They're locking up innocent citizens and immigrants as they're crossing the border. Well, now they've increased it to locking up people who aren't immigrating, people who are tourists who are coming to America to go to Disneyland.
Yep.
Not trying to get in this country legally. People have come in this country legally that are tourists.
Yep. Look, Break.
I don't know what to say.
No, Break. I know what to say. Trump. Well, it actually is not. It is Trump because he's the ultimate one to blame for all this shit. But Stephen Miller doesn't want anybody visiting this country, Breakman. What he wants is to kick every black and brown person out of this country.
Oh, I didn't mention. Yes, of course they are Latino.
Of course. But he wants to kick all people that aren't white out of this country. That's what Stephen Miller wants. He's been open about it. I mean, he's such a piece of shit. There's a clip of him, Breakman, where he was in, I believe he was in either high school or college. And he was like, bitching about the janitors. Hey, why are they telling me to clean up the trash when we got janitors to do that? That's how he thinks. That's how Stephen Miller has always thought. That fucking Nosferatu ghoul. All right, what else you got?
The only minorities he wants in this country are slave labor.
Mm-hmm. He don't even want that. He wants to get rid of H1. That's why that whole debacle with the South Koreans that were training Americans for Hyundai, I believe it was, for cars in South Korea. He wanted them all out, all of them. Yeah. That was under his watch. It's all him. It's all Stephen Miller.
They made an agreement with the government to fucking be here, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. We gave them H-1B1 visas for a reason, because they have a skill that we didn't have. And they needed to teach the people here how to do it. That was their reason for being here. Fucking A. Go ahead, Break.
But we can't have people who aren't
white
in this country.
Right.
Okay, let me see. Oh, some of the plans for the concentration camps that ICE is building around the country have leaked, and they're just as horrifying as we expected. People are basically, it's sort of like how slaves were shoved in the little small spaces to live together and stuff. It's worse than in prison we've seen or have. You
know what else they're doing, Breakman? That's being underreported. They're building incinerators in all these detention centers.
I'm not surprised by that. Horrified, but not surprised.
Yep, incinerators. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. Well, somebody pointed something out to me too that, or I shouldn't say pointed out. It was one of the articles I was reading more than it is. And they pointed out that there's a reason they're so anti-vax, and then they pointed out that look what's going on with our prisons. with these fake prisons, these concentration camps they're building. We're having non-vax children in there to spread these diseases around and, get rid of people.
Yeah.
Just like the Nazis did.
Yep.
Something that people don't know is that more people died of starvation and disease in those prison camps than they actually did from the gas chamber.
I find it unconscionable.
That's why they are not feeding people, and that's why they're not giving health care to people.
We need to put pressure at each one of these detention facilities, Breakman. If anybody has time on their days off, we need to be protesting at these detention centers, because look, regardless if you're pro or anti-immigration, what I know is that most people are good, and we can't have this. If you want to deport them, deport them. Don't keep them in these cooped up places where, like you said, disease, under malnutrition, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this incinerator story is probably going to gain traction, right, man?
I hope so.
I mean, look, building an incinerator, what the fuck do you need an incinerator for? Are you going to start throwing people in that incinerator? I wouldn't put it past them.
If disease and starvation aren't fast enough, they will.
And there's nobody to put them in check. Who the hell is going to whistle blow? All right, what else you got, Break?
These people are fucking horrible. The things we're hearing about in ICE detention centers that are happening to people, and we're finding out. So there have been a bunch of lawsuits early on from last year where they, people were hurt or killed in detention centers, and like, they ran into a wall. No, we got the evidence. You beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've only got a couple more. Remember last week when the EPA decided that carbon monoxide was no longer toxic?
Yeah.
Well, they decided that mercury and a bunch of other chemicals that spew out of coal plants are also not toxic.
They really are trying to keep the coal mines a-going, aren't they, Breakman? A thing of the past.
Kill all of us in the process, yes.
Yeah. I mean, what is coal used for? Nothing anymore. It's so stupid.
It's the joke that it's... The only time coal is used anymore is when it's a fake piece of coal and it's actually a piece of chocolate for kids on Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're bad. Here's your coal.
Yeah, nobody uses coal for anything. I don't know why bringing back coal is going to do anything. It's so stupid. It can't. It's the most inefficient way of doing almost anything, man. Fuck. What else you got, Break?
All right, one more. There was some big news that happened today, and it'll be part of my Sweetos, but there is something that hasn't been pointed out by the media is that this was a restriction on one set of tariffs, not on all of them.
Oh, okay.
The Supreme Court struck down a specific set of tariffs today, not all of them, just a specific set.
Yeah, but it's a big precedence. We'll talk about it.
It is big. It is big. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Which is why it's the Sweeto too.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people don't know that this isn't all his tariffs.
Right. Well, we'll talk.
Tariffs that are done on one day.
We'll talk about it, Breakman. But I think that's going to have a ripple effect. Eric, do you have any stinkos this week?
Yeah. Castlevania programmer and Bloodstained director Shitaro Ida, at 52 years old on February 10th.
Yeah, this is very sad news. Great fucking game. Great Bloodstained. And also some of the Castlevania work.
He got its start with 60 Parodius, and he worked in the background of Symphony of the Night. It doesn't mention it here, but I'm pretty sure it was on that staff.
Yeah.
As well as Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and The Phantom Pain. And most notably, the GBA and DS games.
Yeah. Very sad news. Very talented human being. It was cancer, was it not, Eric?
Yeah, pancreatic cancer.
Ah, the worst.
Fuck cancer.
I agree. Cancer. We're very close to getting rid of cancer, but that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be people that are going to be dying in the meantime from it. Very sad. Very sad. Anything else, Eric?
Yeah, another gaming legend died. The creator of the original Mega Drive and some of the other ones that came out afterward, Hideki Sato. He died after spending 33 years at the company. Known for creating the Mega Drive, the Saturn, and the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
and as well as the Master System, which was called well, no, I think the SG-1000 was something else entirely, but yeah,
He
it
was
was
he was
basically
it he was in
their
his
yeah
70s, wasn't he, Eric?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
he began his Sega career as an engineer in 1971, and let's see, doesn't mention his age. I looked it up. Yeah, 75 years old.
yeah, 75. Well, I mean, he lived past life expectancy of 72, but still, it's still sad nonetheless, Eric.
This is sad and concerning, but Phil Spencer is retiring. Sarah Bond is resigned, and Matt Booty is from promoted as Microsoft AI's exec, while the former exec Asha Sharma is now controlling Xbox.
Oh boy.
And this happens as soon as Monday.
Well, get ready for the nosedive to begin with Xbox, y'all. I mean, I pegged it. I maybe one more generation, and then I said it.
I don't think they're dead, but like, yeah, I don't expect anything good from this company ever again.
No, I think they're dead, Eric. I mean, even if they do come out with another console, like the Xbox One was an abject failure in every metric you could possibly think of. Um, the only bright spot was the Game Pass, and they're working on fucking that up, you know. So, I mean,
It's already overpriced as it is.
yeah, it's overpriced, and they're just going to continue to overprice it even more, you know. So,
And
I
then there
mean,
was all that crap with the basically helping Israel kill people.
yeah, that too.
That was
Um,
mostly the CEO, but still, it's like not good. I don't want a sport company that could potentially do that again.
I agree.
Again.
Anything else, Eric?
Um, nope, that's it for Stakos.
All right. As if we didn't need more proof that Chase Bank and Bank of America suck, I was shopping around, y'all, for an account, like a checking/savings account, because I got this offer from Chase that they were gonna give me $900 to open up a savings and checking account as long as I had a minimum in there, and et cetera, et cetera. So I go to the local Chase Bank, which there's not a lot of them here in Denver because it's pretty much, I mean, Wells Fargo and then everything else, right? But I go into this Chase Bank, and I really want to open up that checking account and savings account so I could, open up one for me and Bernie, and we could enjoy $1,800 at the end of, whatever, bullshit that they, the minimum of whatever they wanted. It was a certain amount in the bank, and, you had to do a couple of direct deposits and blah, 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 which was pretty easy to achieve, right? So I'm like, cool. 1,800 extra dollars sounds good to me, right? So I go in there, and the guy up front, hey, how can I help you? And I tell him, and he's like, oh, well, it's going to take about and he's being really, really like gruff, like an asshole, And he's like, oh, it's going to take at least a half an hour to an hour for you to be seen. And I'm looking around at the whole building, and it's empty. There's literally there's like one person sitting down, and there's two bankers there, right? One was busy with the customer. The other one was, I don't know, diddling herself. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. But so I'm like, well, I kind of want this deal, so I'll wait. I just thought that he was bullshitting and it wouldn't have taken that long, right? So we're sitting there, and the person that the banker that was with that person wasn't done with that person even till we left, and that was 45 minutes later. So that person had to have been with that banker for an hour or so. And I'm like thinking, like, what the fuck is in that guy's profile that's making him take so fucking long to get whatever's done needed to be done? And the other banker, here's the other thing that pissed me off. Bernie and I are sitting there patiently, and two other people show up, and they get put on the list, and guess who got taken first before us? those two people. And so after the second one was taken care of, the banker that was available got up, and I don't know if she went to lunch or what. And I looked at Bernie and I was like, you know what? These people don't want our business. It's not worth $1,800 to sit here any longer for me. I ain't fucking giving them my money or my business. Fuck them. So we left. Then we went to Bank of America, which is right across the street. And I'm like, well, maybe Bank of America has a deal for us. You know, it's not like I need an account, but I like free money, right? So we go over to Bank of America and, we started talking to them. And, the lady up at the front, she's like, how can I help you? Same kind of deal, right? And I was like, well, we came over, over from Chase and, we wanted to get a checking and savings account, but we were wondering what you guys had on offer. And she's like, oh, you just got to look online. And I'm like, Bernie and I are literally standing in front of this woman wanting to give her our business. And she tells us to look online. So we turned around and I was like, well, I guess they don't want our money. And Bernie had $10,000 in her pocket. I'm like, what the fuck? So we ended up going to Key Bank, which we had been to earlier. And the lady was really nice. And she explained that they had a deal where you could get $700 just for a checking account. And you didn't need to put a shit ton of money in there. You needed to put $10 each into that account. You had to do a couple of direct deposits equal to $1,000. And within 15 days of that, you'd get your 500 of it. And then the extra 200 would be, at 11 months. And I said, Bernie, we're putting our money here because this lady took the time to explain it. We don't have to tie up a shit ton of our money. We can just put it $20 in there and just sit there and watch the money to come on in. So that's what we did. We opened it up at KeyBank because guess what? Customer service still makes a difference. And that...
Which is that?
KeyBank.
KeyBank. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. She treated us good. She explained everything. She even went into CDs if we wanted to put money into a CD or whatever. And I was like, nah, I just want to open this, get our free money, and I'll still use this account because I was in the market for a regular bank account, not a credit union account, just for whatever, the money mostly. So we're still going to end up with $1,400, which is nice. And fuck Chase and fuck Bank of America.
My parents have always used KeyBank.
Yeah, I like KeyBank. They're okay, at least from what I can tell. I mean, all banks suck, but so that leads us to the Sweetos, which mine was KeyBank.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet of the week.
All right, Breakman, you're Sweeto of the week.
All right, I got a few here. As I said, the tariffs. There were a shit ton of tariffs that were scrapped today. They're ruled by the Supreme Court that they were, that the as our Constitution says, that it's not Trump's duty. He doesn't have the ability. It's our Congress that can raise tariffs because they are a tax.
Yep.
And as we talked about last week, we paid like $1,000 per household more in those super tariff taxes.
And by the way, Breakman and Scodom are exiled again. Didn't think I saw that, did you? Fucker. All right. What else you got, Breakman?
Okay, let me see here. Well, America isn't really dealing with our problem of sexual predators, but Europe is, thank God. And they're dealing with a lot of stuff over there. There have been mass resignations of people who are, instigated in the Epstein files. And one of those in particular was the former prince, who has been stripped of his princehood and now arrested.
Yep. Let's see what happens. I'm curious to see if he gets any jail time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Sweetos, he got arrested. I'm not holding my breath or anything else.
Yeah, I know. Freak 5 says, Sweeto, the American hockey team beat the Canadian hockey team. Hey, where's Keeper? I want to razz him a little bit about that. All right. What else you got, Break?
Let me see. Also, it's other countries that are holding their leaders accountable. It really strikes me how we've got the worst leader on the planet and nobody's doing anything. But South Korea has decided that their ex-president is going to jail for the rest of his fucking life for trying to have a coup against his own country.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder where else that's happened at, where somebody, former president, had a coup and didn't go to jail or anything at all. Huh.
I saw that, and there was the comments were getting ratioed, Breakman, and most of them were, the sentiment was, oh, imagine that, a country that knows what to do with insurrectionists. It's like, there you go. Yeah.
It's really frustrating that it's not happening here, but whatever. And I just thought this was pretty funny. Since the tariffs were struck down, the governor of Illinois, Plitzker, sent he sent a bill to Trump for the tariff tax dollars that he cost the state out.
Right.
$8 billion bill to the Trump administration.
Yeah. Afila.
Every state should be doing that.
I agree. Afila is in the house. What's up, Afila? Nice to have you here, as always. All right, what else you got? That's it. Eric, you have any sweetos?
No.
Freak Five said.
I forgot what my last think it was going to be. But whatever. It's fine.
All right. Freak Five says another sweeto. Facebook showed me a new type of video that I am loving. Videos of angry skunks. They are fucking cute. They stamp their feet when they are angry. The best are the baby skunk. Oh, I love those videos. Freak Five.
Now I remember what my last thing was that I forgot to add there. Blue Point Studios has been shut down.
Oh yeah, Blue Point. That does suck, man. Blue Point's was a great studio. Scotoma said I should be getting my PS5 bundle soon. Oh, that's awesome, Scots. Congratulations, man. The PS5 is a nice system, Scotoma. Just get ready to buy a hard drive for it. For sure.
SSDs aren't that expensive now, so you can usually find a deal within a couple months.
Yeah. All right. What else? Anything else, Eric?
No. That's it.
All right. Breakman, do you have a driver's seat for us? Because it's up to you, buddy.
Yes, actually, it's not really a specific question. It's more like a kind of a series of questions. But we're all getting older here. I'll be 50 in a few years. You'll be like 90.
You shut your fucking mouth, Breakman, you son of a bitch.
My big point is that as we get older, our reflexes are gonna they're gonna deteriorate and slow down and stuff like that. What kind of changes would we like to see in games from the industry, and what are the industry going to make games for older people?
I don't know about if they are, but I want them to.
Right. I've wanted them to for a long time because I've known older people that have gamed, and it's like, they want to play the games too. They're going to be, and there have been a lot of games that have added a lot of things to help people who are handicapped play games and stuff like that. I don't see why they couldn't do something to help people who are slowing down reflexes, or are we just going to be forced to play turn-based games? When we turn 70 or something.
I've kind of future-proofed myself with this, Breakman. I've thought about this quite a bit. We can't rely on the industry to change for us. I mean, look,
right.
Think about it. Like the industry did evolve with our generation's break. You know what I'm saying? Like we started out with, like games like Pong, and then, obviously Atari, and then Nintendo, and then Super Nintendo, all the way up to what we have now, right? I'll tell you honestly, Breakman, this generation is the first generation where I felt like I really couldn't keep up, right? I could tell. I know what you're asking, Breakman, and it's a super great question. This is the first generation where I felt myself like there's a lot of games like the Neos of the world and the Bloodborns and stuff like that where I don't have the reflexes anymore, Breakman. I really don't, man. I mean, my heart is there. I want to play these games. I watch my son play these games. I watch a lot of videos online. of gamers that are way better than me. Like even the Resident Evils of the world are becoming increasingly harder for me to play, right? Like I am excited for Requiem, but I'm definitely going to wait for a sale on it. I did beat Village, which was a feat that I didn't think I could do at my age and my reflex, but I did. So I think this is the last real generation that I'm reflexively going to be able to keep up with some of the video games out there, Breakman. But I know my time is up, Breakman. But I've kind of future-proofed myself in a couple of ways. One, there's always the solace of watching people online play games that you're interested in. And there's always going to be games like visual novels and turn-based RPGs and some action RPGs that, and the Zeldas of the world and Marios of the world. That's why, it's really funny. Like Nintendo is going to be probably my go-to system going forward, whatever they come out with, because they've always had games that are accessible to everyone. So in my mind, I mean, that's kind of how I view things. I'm not going to be able to play, many more generations of video games just because, like you said, it's just not going to be there for us anymore, Breakman. Like, I mean, we have to fucking realize that.
I wonder that though, because Nintendo really did with the Wii. They really did think of everybody. Like the Wii Sports was popular in like old folks' homes.
Yep.
So, I don't know about everybody. I mean, disabled people, Nintendo typically fucks over. And accessibility options is something they still fail at constantly.
Yeah, I know, Eric, but at least they're the vast majority of people they think about, Eric. I mean, they're really a forward-thinking company, I think, in my mind, and that's the system. Like those systems are going to be the ones that older people, because we grew up with those systems, right, Breakman? Like the Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo. So there's an air of familiarity that we're going to be able to translate well on into our latter years, Breakman. I mean, I'm going to be a gamer till I die, Breakman. That's just the way that it is. I love video games. I have a passion for it. This is the first time I'm looking at my shelf here. This generation of systems is the first time that I've had a backlog of systems. If you guys remember, with the PS3, I beat everything that I needed to on the PS3, and the PS4, same thing, and the 360, the same thing. Like I had a backlog, and I got all those games done, right? Every one that I possibly could think of that I wanted to. Now, granted, there were some that I didn't care to, that I owned, that I didn't care to go back to, but those were very few. This is the first system. I'm looking at my PS4 collection. I'm pretty much done with that except for a few, and I'm looking at my PS5 games, and they're building up to where I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to beat every single one of those PS5 games. It's the first time ever. Afila says Europe will put out an arrest warrant on Trump. I reckon they don't fuck around. Well, hopefully they do, Afila. I mean, nothing's going to come about it. Jackie's in the house. What's up?
They got arrest warrants for Putin, and there's another person. Like, if they go to Europe, they're going to get arrested right away.
Yeah, Putin's a war criminal, so hopefully he gets And by the way, Ukraine is kicking Russia's ass in that war. If you guys watch this is a quick plug. I don't, they have almost 2 million subscribers, but the military channel is awesome. Jackie says, "Hey MLH, hey Bernie, what's up, Jackie? Always lovely to see you in there."
I was in an argument with a MAGA some time ago, like when Trump was talking about pulling out, and they're gloating like, "Oh, Ukraine's gonna be conquered by Russia in a week." And I'm like, "You're a moron."
Nope, not a chance.
Not a chance. I'm like, right now it looks like Ukraine is gonna get. Well, I mean, right now they're looking great because they're not losing 30,000 fucking troops a month.
Yeah,
like Russia is.
Freak 5 is exiled. Scotoma says, if you guys get a chance, check out Topher A on Twitch. He gives away a chromatic every Wednesday. That's awesome, Scotoma. Scotoma says, Frank says he doesn't think he will have enough time, yet he has been around longer than the invention of the clock. How dare you? You're exiled, Scotoma, you son of a bitch. Afila says, Atari. Yep, first one. Atari was the bomb, Afila. All right, Eric, you didn't get a chance to answer. What are your thoughts?
I'd like to see more games really make an effort to have legible text in their games, not this tiny bullshit that's hard to read because it's either too thin or too small. It needs to be bold and visible at all times.
Yeah, that's where games really fail, Eric. I mean, look, my eyesight's not what it was back in the day, you
Yeah.
know. I mean,
We're definitely gonna need bigger print when we get older, right?
Breakman, it's getting there, dude. It really is, man. I mean,
And my vision's pretty healthy, but I can still barely see this shit on TV.
Talk to us 10 years from now, Eric, and then see if your vision is still as healthy as it is, man. It doesn't get any better, Eric. Like your
I
vision.
don't know how this would help Freak's vision, but he wants more games with nudity.
You know what, Freak
I
5,
don't know how that helped my vision, but I do too.
I agree, Freak 5. Not because we're perverted pigs, which most of us are.
Well, speak for yourself. I mean,
But I think that's the sign of the times. Like we're all grown up now, right? I mean, having more adult-oriented games, and I'm not talking about having sex every 5 minutes in a video game. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having more mature theme games. That this is something that
What do
we
you mean by mature themes? Please answer it. Every time I hear mature themes, it's always, the typical things, violence and stuff that kids shouldn't be seeing.
Eric,
but it's almost never about like having like real emotional narrative storytelling.
That's
of
okay. You just said it, Eric. Having a more see, I'm not into the. I like some of the violent video games. I'm not gonna lie, Eric. I'm they're some of them are fun, mindless fun. But what about some more like human human to human interaction, right? Regardless of sex, right? Have more mature stories based around relationships. And I mean, there was a game, Breakman. What was that game where it was a man and a woman and they were together and you kind of had to help them through their Haven. That's right. I mean, think of a game like that, but maybe pushing.
Basically, they talk about their sex lives in the game, but we never see them having sex.
What is wrong with that?
Adult. I mean, you can have sex in the game without actually showing sex.
Yeah, and that's okay. But why is nudity like in this country? This is one of the few countries, Breakman, where nudity is frowned upon so much, but you could blow someone's head off, and that's okay, right? I mean, I just don't understand it. Sex is frowned upon in this country like it's the worst thing ever. But
it's like the Taliban. We're like the fucking Taliban here.
Yeah, I mean, but European countries have it the opposite. They're not. I mean, they will play the violent games, but they're okay with having billboards with nudity and if you see.
I think in Europe they realized that we're born this way. It's natural. It's the most fucking natural thing on the goddamn planet.
Right. It's so dumb. I don't understand it. It just. Scotoma says in the game Fading Afternoon, I pulled a gun on the loan sharks to try to get out alone on one guy, and one guy just threw a knife at my head before I could aim the gun. That's funny, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, there you go. I don't know. I wanna have Mario save the princess and then plow her.
Yeah, like God damn it! I've been saving you for 40 fucking years.
You know how many you know how many castles I went to and you weren't in there. It's like
I had to go to 7 fucking castles.
What I always wondered why they didn't do a Princess Peach game where she had to go find Mario because Mario was
they kind of did.
Hold on,
Super Princess Peach.
Hold on. So Bowser takes Mario instead of Peach, and she has to go through and save Mario, and it's the same thing. Mario's in a different castle. Toad's still telling her that. That'd be funny as fuck, man. I don't know, man. All right. Anything else, Eric?
Wow, Scotoma. Wow.
See, speaking of other things, again, having a lot of accessibility options. I know you can't account for everything, but there is quite a few things that you can do. Like having color highlights and like different visualization settings for that stuff, and captions that also address who's doing the talking and describing certain sounds that are background noise, stuff like that.
Yeah, like a more descriptive captioning, Eric. Yeah, that's nice. Skonoma says, I want to see Mario walk in on Bowser plowing the princess.
I hope he's singing the Peaches song.
And as well as alternate control
Peaches,
schemes
peaches. Yeah.
Alternate control schemes for people that might have missing limbs in certain places.
Yeah. Freak 5 says Mario beats the first castle and is banging the fake princess, and
Or
then
just,
and she turns into whatever creature she is before she. Oh wow.
Or just better
yet, before he does that,
or just better control customization in general. There's a lot of video games, especially Nintendo games, that do not like customized controls to your liking.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, Eric, for sure. Or walk in and Luigi is tapping the princess.
Or Mario's tapping the princess and then Pauline shows
I'm trying
up.
to get through this.
What the fuck?
Talking about smut.
No, I'm just addressing chat, Eric. Come on now.
Poor Pauline. Whatever happened to her? She got the raw deal from Nintendo, didn't she?
God.
Pauline's a great character, for sure. All right. Well,
got pushed aside.
Yes. There's one more thing I'd like to see.
Hold on, Eric. I think Afila leads a little bit of credibility to what you're saying. She's like old man gaming wins channel. Just teasing. Yeah, for sure, Afila. We're a bunch of old men that I don't know. I'm not trying to hang on to my youth.
Speak for you two. I'm not the one that really identifies as a man here. But.
Well, that's true. Eric is neither, but you know. All right, what else you got, Eric? Anything else?
I want to see what an old person first.
I know people can make that mistake.
There's no run button. There's no walk. It's like just a slow walk button.
Just because I use him pronouns doesn't mean that I clearly identify that. It just means I lean more on that scale.
Yeah, no,
I'm more comfortable using those terms because there are alternate terms, but I don't gel with those because they make me sound like I'm making up a language.
Yeah,
and
it
sounds goofy.
Yeah, I hear you. Takes a full minute to draw your.
And the last thing I'd like to see from games is just far more scalability and difficulty settings and different modifiers.
Yeah. I agree. You know, I mean, what was it? Not Final Fantasy. Dragon Quest VII does that a little bit, doesn't it, Eric?
But like the problem with Dragon Quest VII is that some people want more of a challenge, and it kind of fails at that. It just makes the game easier in most places.
Yeah. Well, but at least they give accessibility options there, Eric, for for people that want an easier experience.
I really like the intensity meter that Icarus Uprising had on the 3DS, where you could gradually make it tougher if you wanted to. But I mean, it doesn't have modifiers, but it was a start.
Freak 5, you're something else, man. All right, let's just
solve the mystery in chat. We finally found Donkey Kong Jr.'s mom. It was Pauline this whole time. That's where she's been.
Stop it, Breakman. Stop it, son of a bitch. All right, that's gonna wrap it up, man. I need to get the fuck up on out of here. I gotta go get Bernie. Let's do our plugs. Breakman, plug away, sir.
You can follow me at the Breakman on Blue Sky. Yes.
All right, Eric.
You can find my great reviews on BostonPashBrigade.com. Those are reviews of the past, and but there's also my audio reviews. And then if you like either of those things and you want me to go back to writing again and maybe I could be motivated with donations at my Patreon, which is a link in my Blue Sky and Mastodon profiles. That's at RPGrinders. Sending me his little $1 a month or whatever for a one-time donation will help out a bit.
Yeah,
and that's really it.
All right. Thanks to everybody in chat. Afila, Jackie, I know Brandon was in there earlier. Keeper was in both chats. And over on Twitch, Scotoma and Freak5 as always. Bernie joined us over on Twitch for a short time.
I barely get any feedback for the audio reviews I do.
It's few and far between, Eric. You got a few people looking at them, but to get people to give you feedback is another thing, man. But I gave you feedback all the time, Eric. I think they're really, really good. Very informative, and fair. I think you're always fair on your stuff. MLH, how long have you and Eric and Breakman have known each other? What are we going on? 17 years, guys? 17, 18 years, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somewhere around there, Jackie. 17. We've been doing RPGrinders for 18 years now. So going on 18 years. So a long time. We've known each other.
I know Frank since his children were like 4 and 6 respectively.
Yeah. That's true.
And now they're in college.
Yeah, well, they should be in college.
Well, that age.
Yeah, that age, yeah. Well, my daughter will be 18 next month. So that tells you everything you need to know. Yep. Long time. Yep. Long time, Jackie. Thanks for asking. All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
No.
All right.
They're making jokes about OnlyFans that didn't exist.
How dare you? Break is exiled. Son of a bitch.
This Eric had nothing to do with it.
I mean, not Eric. Freak5. I'm looking at Eric and I'm thinking Freak5.
This is how old Frank is. Now I can be exiled.
Yeah, now you're exiled, you son of a bitch. All right. This is the last one for the month. So we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Anything else, gentlemen?
Resident Evil comes out next week, and East 10 Crown Orbs is out today. So
yep.
If you buy that, don't buy it on Steam until March 6th, because I forgot to mention this in the news. I didn't have time to add it. But there's a weird 34% discount for those who want to get an upgrade path to the new version of the game.
Yeah.
The original on Steam.
Yeah.
It's only, but like I said, it for whatever reason is not going to go live until then.
Yep. All right, Scotoma's exiled too.
So don't buy it right away.
Son of a bitch. All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
No.
All right, everybody, stay safe these next couple of weeks. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Out there too much. Yeah.
All right, everybody in Twitch, thank you guys a bunch. Really appreciate you all. No harmy this week, Freak5. Ha ha. You suck. You're gonna. Oh, you son of a bitch.
You got it in.
You son of a bitch. You got it in. Later, guys. Really appreciate you.
Sorry, I forgot about harm.
Take care.